30 million, just like that, Harv. I mean, free agency, the legal tampering period starts Monday, March 13th. And don't forget to set your clocks forward, right? I think daylight savings time is March 12th. So, whew, NFL's making some noise right now, Harvey. I mean, what's going on?
Man, there's a lot going on. 30 million in the snap of a finger, man. The Cowboys are ready to go. It's exciting. I think all of us were just waiting to figure out, like, what the heck, man? What are we doing? But yeah, I can't wait, man. I think the biggest question is, with everything that's going on, what are we doing with that money? I think that's the biggest question. Is that is it for our own? Is it for new players? Like, I don't know, man. It's a lot of questions.
And it sucks, right? Because you said, I mean, who are some players right away that we need to keep on hand, right, to make sure this defense or this offense continues to run the way it was running at last season, right? And I mean, right at the top of the head, who do you
For
got?
two of the biggest ones, and one of them's kind of a given, I guess, and that's Steele. He's a restricted free agent. It's kind of a given. But I think, hey, man, I think LVE and Donovan Wilson are two guys that we have to keep. Like, we have to. Period.
Jose País. No, but Jerry's already late with that dial up from the Elks Lodge. Man, don't talk about the Elks Lodge like that, man. That's kind of hardcore. It's not going to work, bro. 47 to Kincaid. I thought, on board, everybody's like starting to come around that Darnell Washington, but now Kincaid in the second round and Washington. What is it, guys? Hello, what's good? What's good?
What's
Hello.
up, Hoodlum?
That money is for Jerry strippers. Oh man, I've been watching Monty Smith. He's good. I like him, man. He is so. He's actually being talked about a little bit more and more. A key 9895 on TikTok says you guys need to get Paris Campbell. You get the super cheap the super cheap free agents, right? I think that's become a norm here with Cowboys Nation, right? Is that? But I mean, obviously when we look around, there is other needs than just keeping Dono and LVE, right, Harbor? I think that we do, like you said, Cowboys offense could use some speed, right? Um, but when we look at it, they also need corner, they also need defensive tackle. It's so hard. But the way things are shaping out, do you think that come the 13th, do you think the Cowboys make some kind of a splashy it's kind of hard, right? Because we kind of know the answer, but I gotta ask it. Do you think that we bring in a free agent, a big name free agent?
I guess the question you're giving me is a question I'll give it right back to you.
All right.
When have we done that?
We haven't since Brendan Carr. That was what? Whew, feels like forever.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't see it. I really don't, man. And if they do, I'll be very surprised.
But I will say this: the OBJ chatter has not calmed down. In fact, it just looks like it's picking up storm. So, let me ask you this: if they do sign OBJ, would that be considered a big time name?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool.
Without a doubt.
Now, how would you feel if the Cowboys did bring in OBJ? It's a legitimate question.
I'll eat crow when I say this, but I don't think it's a good idea.
All right.
You're just wasting the money and the time it takes for another talent to come in from the draft. When you could pay that person less and hopefully build them experience during that time. But
the thing is okay, we understand that, but you gotta weigh the pros and the cons. Right now, some of the biggest needs is wide receiver and corner.
Yeah.
And so, is there a corner in this free agent class that is up there with OBJ? You know what I mean? So that I guess ultimately we've already said, hey, we need to keep Dono, we need to keep LVE because they can help this defense continue rolling. But when you look at the class right now, is there a corner out there that stands out like an OBJ that maybe can help you? Because it looks like the way this draft is trending. We've already said this before. Corner looks like there's going to be a run, and that run there's not going to be no more corners at 56 if the Cowboys wait. So it's almost like if the Cowboys are forced to either take Darnell Washington at 26 or a cornerback, you know?
I mean, to me, I just think I don't know if Jordan Lewis is going to be in the building for a long time. I have a feeling that he might get cut. So to me, man, I think Izzy did a great job when Deron Bland kicked out. So in reality, I really do think you need one more corner, just one, and that's through the draft. So what we don't need I don't think we need a veteran corner.
So that's why a wide receiver sounds a little bit better in free agency.
Yep.
Ultra Cowboy says Wagner replaces LVE, Marquise Bell replaces Dono.
Don't
Wow,
say
I
that.
mean,
Don't.
it's kind of hard
That
because
gets me in the heart,
I know
man.
because Bobby Wagner.
I love Dono.
I love Dono too.
Golly, man. But he's right. I was thinking that too. I think Marquise Bell does fit Donald's style, and we might if Donald goes to another team, we're gonna have to have like a show where we do like a silence in memory of Donald, man, because he did so much.
Man, the missile, the Jaguar, he had so many names. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Ultra Cowboys going on a limb saying Kincaid is better than Washington. Wow.
There's a lot of people saying that.
That is crazy. Hoodlum. We need to do a free agent what is it? So that way we can draft and do what we want. Yeah, we need a little bit of everything in this
Yep.
in this free agency.
Yep.
He goes, I'll draft a wide receiver though. Okay. But the thing is that is there going to be a corner at 56? And that's the thing. Is there a corner is there a corner out there in the free agent market that you could bring in? So that's why we're saying, oh, this is the right way to go. No, it's just logic saying if you really want to finish refining this defense, you need to add a corner opposite that can hold it down. DeRon Bland looks like he's a stud in the slot, so let's do that. Cowboys didn't go to OBJ workout. It's kind of weird, right? Because that's what was reported. Then somebody said that apparently they send the tape out to every NFL team, so everybody got to see the tape. OBJ looks good. Bobby Wagner and OBJ Ultra Cowboy says, I mean I think that right there would help the Cowboys out. What do you think? Or
Yeah, I think OBJ and Bobby Wagner is pretty big, man. It's pretty special. But my thing is, LV is a little bit younger, obviously. So I think between the both of them, which one's going to take the less money? I think that's what you have to go with. I don't think.
meet Johnny Boy every year is the Cowboys year. Just remember that. Alex, they did their homework last year.
Yeah.
I'll go offensive line or cornerback in the first round. Okay, all right. I like that, Hoodlum. I think that's kind of like one of those things, right? You never know what happens if one of these offensive tackles just slides right to you. I mean, as much as I want to keep Tyler Smith at left tackle because he did a phenomenal job, and I think that the offseason he's only going to get better. I think that you need to really consider offensive tackle because when is Terrence Steele going to come back? So great comment on that one. Cowboys don't want Washington; they want Kincaid or Musgrave. Who do you prefer, Harv?
I'll take any of those top 5 tight ends, to be honest. Do we really lose?
No.
Like, let's think about that. Do we really lose if we get one of the top 5 tight ends out of this draft? No. What if we get Laporta in the second round or the third round?
I mean, honestly, I don't really feel like a tight end is a must need right now. I
don't think it is either.
I'm with Jake Ferguson right now. I would like to see him evolve and become the player that he could become because I think that he has a bright future. I'd even stack him up against a lot of these tight ends. I know Darnell Washington is a freak at 6'7". Looks like an offensive tackle, but I mean, hands of Odell Beckham Jr.
I want to answer this real quick on TikTok. I think Bam the Gridiron said, "Do y'all think that Chicago Carolina trade alters the trickle down effect for round 1 all the way to us?" So I'll answer that real quick. I think it does because now it puts pressure on everybody else of players not being there. So if they're taking their guy and the next person's like, well, I got to take this guy. Now they're like, other people are going to start thinking, do I jump up and get my guy before somebody else does? And then it creates that that trickle effect all the way up to us. So yeah, it does.
Someone needs to tell Jerry slash Steven that the making a splash doesn't mean it's a good move for the team. Maybe it's a good move for publicity and sales only. I think at this point, it
Ooh,
feels like Jerry Jones just kind of stirs the pot just to get us excited to sell. I guess when he sees the tickets going low, he just says, "Oh, we're gonna make a big splash."
yeah.
That
Hey,
our
somebody on TikTok put Fergalicious.
Fergalicious. That's a
It's
good one.
Fergus shot, man.
Fergus shot. Don't forget that. Kincaid and Musgrave are the tight ends the Cowboys are high on. I need to see that report, Ultra Cowboy. It's going to be a good offensive line. I'm the second. LVE is walking band-aid. We've had that talk before. We
Yep.
said it almost feels like you got Sean Lee to replace him with another Sean Lee, right? 4 quarterbacks going in the top 10. I mean, let's talk about it because the NFL is making some noise. Cowboys are stuck in a situation where they have a good team, but they can't really make moves like the way we saw. What do you think of the news that's being made? A couple of things that have been coming out reports. Of course, we saw the big trade, right?
Yep.
Did the Bears win in that trade?
I think both of them won. And the only reason I say that is because Carolina's getting the guy they want. And how can you lose if you're getting the guy you want? Number two, the Bears are winning because they're getting more picks. As you can see, when we go through the mock drafts, they have like 7 needs. They can get all the picks they want because they need a lot of help.
Wide receiver is not one of them either.
No, it's not. I mean, I think they'll still draft a wide receiver, but I will tell you, if the Bears are at number 9 and the quarterback's left and somebody wants to jump to number 9, do they take it?
Damn, it's all great questions.
And in my opinion, I'll tell you this: the Bears have their quarterback, in my opinion. So they just need to build around him.
You guys need to tune into the East West football. You'll catch me and Harvey on tomorrow. But we will definitely be talking more about that and maybe make a prediction of what quarterback will go at number 1. Because obviously it's a quarterback, right? I don't think you're going to go up there to get Jalen Carter or Will Anderson, right? Blow you trade DJ Moore, 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
Yep.
Damn. Bears they just fell on jackpot right there. And you were saying they need to move down.
Yep.
Hudlum says, I honestly feel the Cowboys are going to draft Nolan Smith. I don't know why, but I have a feeling.
So I want to say that too, right? I want to say they are, but I don't think you think that guy's gonna fall. That he's gonna fall
after he ran that 4.39. I don't think he'll be there anymore.
He's not gonna be there.
If he's there and they take him, I'm not mad with it. I'm not
mad. I'm not mad either.
I'll tell you this: it will save a lot of money because it looks like his play can really step up and be that next D law for this Cowboys D. Cowboys met with Kincaid and Musgrave. Bobby Belt said the Cowboys are very high on Musgrave. They did not meet with Washington. Wow, great news. And that's because I usually listen to Bobby Belt a lot. In fact, that's why the name of the channel is because of Bobby Belt. Clay Cup, what's up?
What's up, Clay Cup?
Nolan Smith going top 15.
Yeah,
easy. Cowboy, yeah.
Easy.
I think he kind of solidified that already with his workout. Redskins can draft. The Commodes can draft with Bears. They would do it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Black Mamba?
What's up, Black Mamba?
People will view Nolan Smith as another Hassan Reddick.
Yep.
Well, it took him a while, but look, he got to the Super Bowl. He was saying trade. So he's saying Commodes can trade with Bears if they want.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier for them at number 9. You know what I mean? So if a quarterback's still there and they trade back, they're going to give up a lot.
Man, somebody's saying, yeah, the Bears could. That's Bam. The Gridiron Guru says, yes, the Bears could continue to trade down and the first get multiple seconds and thirds rebuilding.
Because they have a quarterback already. That's why they can do that.
I don't even know.
It makes too much sense, man. And remember, I told you this, a month ago when we did it. If
Yeah,
I was the Bears, I would continue to trade down.
I think we were having a debate right about the all top 10 teams needing a quarterback, and I was like, yeah, pretty much. And you're like, no, you said it, and I did say that.
The Bears don't need one.
What's up, guys? How are the D Hop coming, baby? So
We'll see.
that's still a story. I mean, he there's no denying he was in Dallas with our
And
number
look,
one recruiter.
I'll tell y'all, man. Jerry Jones is paying freaking Des Bryant, man.
Uh, he's on the payroll.
He's on the payroll, man. Come on.
Hellam says, "You think Bears would draft Bijan?"
Yes. And you know what I said? I told my brother if the Bears do not, if they do not um dr- move back in the draft, they will take Bijan. Let me explain to you. It all depends on what the Bears are going to do in free agency on Monday. It's going to be huge. I personally think I don't know the Bears very much as far as offensive line, but why would they not get Orlando Brown? Why would they not get another guard and then draft later on a tackle, right? Now you got your offensive line. Why would you not draft Bijan to pair up with Justin Fields with that wide receiver?
And you can get so creative with Bijan and
Oh my
Justin
God.
Fields.
That would be very dangerous for the NFL. I'm
And
telling you.
you know what else also about Bijan is Bijan really doesn't need much offensive line help. He can create his own lanes,
But
man.
I'm just saying it all pay attention to what the Bears do in free agency. They have $100 million in cap space. So if they go after offensive line, which there's a great group in free agency, I would see Bijan going to the Bears at number 9 if they don't move back.
Well, they do have a lot. They do need a lot of players. So that is a considered a luxury pick. Obviously, on TikTok, they're saying no, that's not going to happen. They need offensive line, defensive line so bad, they're not taking a running back. People are not.
I'm just
But
saying.
if they did, that would be a very
But
deadly
but
offense.
what I'm trying to say is when they say offensive line, defensive line, that's why I said doing it in the free agency. Do it in free agency so you don't have to pick those guys in the first round. I'm just saying.
To me, Clay Cup. He says to me, he goes to me. This year's draft doesn't offer that long. Um, to me, this draft doesn't offer that long term franchise quarterback trade was kind of fair not for this class.
Exactly. And I told Jerry that earlier. I said the scouts are probably saying there's better quarterbacks next year than this year. So let's see how Justin Fields plays for another year. Is he our guy or not? You still have that. So
CJ Stroud looked very good at the combine. Bryce Young, I don't know. I think he kind of messed up his stock there. I love the trade that the Bears did. Black Mamba, we're with you, man. And I think for the longest, Harvey was saying they should trade down, and damn, they got a
yep.
they got a haul, and they can, like you said, trade even more, and they could come out as the winners of this draft. Jose says, "Do we have a list of how many players are coming back from injury? Essentially, two on the offensive line plus the running back." He's talking about for
Steele, he's talking about Steele. He's talking about Pollard. He's talking about Smith had an injury this year. I mean, technically he still played. But I'm just saying, man, like
I was just trying to think of the other offensive linemen. Hoodlum says players will fall to 26. Trust me.
yep. I
I
think they're
think
gonna
so
fall
too.
too.
I mean, CD
100%.
CD Lamb fell. Micah Parsons technically fell too. I mean, all these were falls. Uh, Cowboy Dave says Robinson is a phenomenal best back in the draft. I think you could say that for quite some time, actually, too, right?
Yeah.
I'm in North Carolina for a funeral. I had to log on real quick. I appreciate you, Black Mama. Sorry,
Yeah. Hey,
condolences.
prayers go out
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Thank you for tuning in, Black Mama. Definitely for sure. Justin Fields is accurate as a 1 year old. Oh my gosh, he's nice, man. Don't be that way, Ultra Cowboy. I saw him throw some darts, and they're nice, man. He has a nice arm. I think Justin Fields, this will be a great year for him. It'd be nice to see with him and DJ Moore what they could do together. Keep in mind that that record shows that Jerry doesn't like drafting players from Texas. Connor Williams was an oddball pick, and you see how that worked out. Williams was off a trade with Detroit. Very well said. Very well said. So yeah, maybe he doesn't like drafting Texas players, right?
Probably
Players
not.
from UT.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. CJ Stroud had the accuracy of Troy Aikman. Ooh, shit. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Bro, where is this? We are DC for life. Is that
That's a new guy. Welcome, man.
anybody joins the YouTube thread or stream? I'll give you a round of applause. Bro, the trade for the Bears is great because Moore is a good receiver. Yeah, man. He finally broke out of that
Yes,
shell that he was
he
in.
is.
And with him, he has that upside of being kind of like I've always felt like he had that deep that Debo kind of style of play, like if you use him in that sense. So it'd be interesting to see how he's used there with the Bears. Tyron Smith, since he didn't play the whole year and now possibly moving back to left side. I did see that report. I don't know. How do you feel about that, Harv? I mean,
I
you
think they just
you'd have
moved
to
him
keep him
to.
at right tackle, wouldn't you?
I think they moved him to the right because of his leg injury. They didn't want to put more stress on that hamstring. So I think they moved him to right. So I think after this offseason, moving him to the left, I'm okay with 100%.
Don't think Bijan lasting to 2027. He's going to be gone between 12 and 16 range, I think. I mean, I think
So
that
so
what?
I was gonna say, like, I'm not saying pick him at number 9, but I'm saying think about the possibility of what it would look like. Now, me personally, I agree with you. I would not pick him at 9, but I'm just saying, imagine them building that whole offensive line on free agency and then having Bijan with Fields in the backfield. That's pretty interesting. But if somebody wants to trade at 9, I'm moving back. I'm moving back because they're right. There's too many running backs in this draft for me, in my opinion, to pick in the first round.
They're
But
saying they're agreeing with you. Said that's an awesome combo. I agree.
yeah,
Bears will be very interesting team this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they win that division.
I would not be surprised either. If
Yeah,
it depends on the moves.
because also there's a pending trade going on too that we haven't really got into, right? Aaron Rodgers might be a Jet. I don't
There's
know.
a lot of stuff going on,
Dude,
man.
that's the thing. It's so hard, right? Because we're trying to stick to the Cowboys right now, right? Because we love the Cowboys, but it's just NFL is king, man. You know that they NBA makes a little splash and boom, NFL just drops this on you like that. Um, we DC for life. I would love D Hop and OBJ so we can best BPA. So
Yep.
either or, they're interchangeable. I think at one time D Hop was considered one of the top wide receivers in the NFL, and last year I know he got suspended, but when he came back, he played at a high level. So either or, I'd be happy with either. I'd be okay with I'd in this case I'd probably go with OBJ because I know that I don't have to give any draft capital for him, but I do like D Hop. Just I don't know. I could just trust D Hop a little bit better. Ohio State's quarterbacks are equal booty, man. Don't be so don't be
Everybody
ruthless,
says
man.
that, man.
Everybody says that. That's a good thing. um, I'm the only one who wouldn't give up a second for D Hop, maybe a third.
I'm right here.
Yeah, you did say a third or a fourth, actually.
Not a second.
Last thing, glad Zach and Dak restructured their contract. Freed up
Yes.
30 million, man, just like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And like we said, Monday, the 13th is the legal tampering period, but I'm pretty sure everybody's already tampering. Superman J83, with this cap space they created, I hope we improve the O line and get Prescott another weapon.
Is he new?
I think so. Let's give him a round of
I
applause.
don't think I've never
Appreciate
Superman
you guys seeing.
J83.
Of course,
Yeah.
anybody on TikTok, you guys can definitely join the stream. And if you are subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It's right below Harvey. We do have a couple cap giveaways coming up soon. Yeah, we got a couple cap giveaways coming up pretty soon. We'll be doing one during the actual free agency. So as soon as the Cowboys sign, make the splash move during free agency, we'll definitely give that cap giveaway. So stay posted, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll tell you when we go live. Typically we go live 6:30 p.m. East 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We try to go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for right now during the off season, of course Sundays. But I mean,
Super Jan said, "I've been here before, but
I
I'll
I
take a
I,
clap."
I kind of remember the Superman, but it's all good.
It's been a while.
Yeah, you haven't been tuning in. It's a must. You have to stay tuned. Would y'all use them those them 3 5th round comp picks to move up? I don't know, Harv. I mean, shoot, last year, man, Will McClay killed it last year with them picks, man.
He did, man. He did. I don't know. We'll see. I think staying put might be better for us in the long run, just because drafting three of them instead of two, maybe one. I would rather draft all three. With Will McClay in my corner, I'd rather use all three picks.
Dude,
Honestly,
you turn around, Will McClay ends up finding another Deron Bland, another, craziness, right? Cowboys are very quiet the past 2 days. They have been
they
very
have
quiet.
been very quiet.
What is brewing? That's the question, right? What would you guys? Okay, so somebody's asking a legitimate Cowboys Dave on TikTok says, "What do you think if Jones went and got Adam Thielen?"
You know what? I'm kind of iffy on that. Like, I'm like 50-50. Like, how much? I'm cheap, guys. How much are we going to give this guy? I wouldn't mind having him. To me, he's more of a possession receiver. Is that what we need?
Well, he kind of played a lot in the slot.
But
But
that's my point. We don't have, I'm tired of possession people, man.
we do need
I need a burner. I need somebody that's going to burn. Like, he's not that guy.
at least if you can't burn, at least have the footwork or the movement, right?
Yeah,
To, to
exactly.
to create the separation. I think that's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
And he was saying also he is because he thinks he's a great slot.
Yeah.
And when we look at it, CD did play a lot in the slot, but he also played a lot on the outside. And when he was on the
Yeah.
outside, damn, he got triple team. He got triple team. But I mean, do you think Adam Thielen will be the names that we've seen being cut right now? Do you think that's it, or do you think that there's going to be a storm of
There's going to be a
agents
storm of a lot of people getting cut here in the next probably day. I promise you.
next couple of days, right? So this today, tomorrow, a lot can happen, right? And it looks like from what we've been hearing, I think we might be losing Neville Gallimore, which is ridiculous, right? Because he's still in a rookie contract. With Dak reworks, how much can we get off if we trade him after this year? Yes, I said it. I think we were looking. That's why we're taking a while, right? To get off over the cap. I believe he's costing this year. His cap number is 27,155,000. That's what he's caught. That's his cap number this year. But everything just got pushed over to the next year where he's going to cost like nearly what 60 mil.
15.9 mil, I think. So, but if you cut him post June 1, let's say just cut him, that's 25 mil in dead money and 34 in savings. So you're saving basically 9 million. But if you do it before then, it's not good.
It's like almost 90.
61 million
Oh, 61.
dead cap.
This year was 90 mil if you cut him, right?
Yeah.
Next year's weapons will be CD, OBJ, Gallup, Kincaid, Ferguson, Pollard, and Keandre Miller. Whoa.
Keandre Miller?
How did we get all these? How did we get all these playmakers, man? That's what I want to know. How? Right? I'll give up my second in a heartbeat for DK. Ooh, DK Metcalf. I'm not gonna lie. I think DK Metcalf could probably work. I think that's what we need is speed like that. He doesn't know the full route tree, right? He just knows one, and that's go and out jump everybody, right?
But I wouldn't mind him actually.
I would have.
I wanted to draft him that year, and I was upset they didn't draft him.
I'm pretty sure a lot of teams are upset because he fell to the third round, which just shows you there's always players that slip. They called 911 on Kincaid after the USA game. Oh shoot. Gerald, right? Because I believe Jerry Jones' name is Gerald, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe it is. So we are off TikTok. Unfortunately, Gerald and Catboy suck big time. That is hilarious, man. That is hilarious. It's funny how they gave him that name, right? The cat boy, right?
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. Typically, we've seen the Joneses now always go for the splashiest names and picks, but it is what it is, you know. I think the 30 million does give you an opportunity to keep your players and maybe see if you can kind of rework. I think with two people, right? We were looking at it was Tyron Smith, his cap number 17, and Zeke is 16. Harv, what would it look if we freed that up? How much money would that free up? And
You're talking about Zeke and Smith?
yeah, because we were talking about them
Yeah.
too.
So we'd look at probably $14 million in savings after the dead money and all that.
So that would be about 40 some odd million.
Yeah.
So Cowboys could then definitely keep these players like Dono and LVE, and then of course maybe try to get a long-term extension for Terrence Steele.
Yep.
Maybe I don't know an OBJ. Maybe. I mean, at this point, well, Lupe Chavarria, DK does body enhancement drugs. I mean, it looks like it. I mean, I'm not gonna put any speculation on that. Bobby Belt said the Cowboys love Miller. Keandre Miller.
Yep.
I hate the NFL.
We have to give him a round of applause, though. He's new.
Why do you hate the NFL? NFL's the king, bro. But let's see what he says here. He says or sign McCall Hardman because we all know Chiefs will find another speedster. Very true, man. They've done a phenomenal job. They did a phenomenal job with number one with the contract that they did with Patrick Mahomes,
Yep.
and number two, they've done a phenomenal job of just rebuilding that offensive line. You know, giving every opportunity for Patrick Mahomes to be successful and whatnot. So, um, we'll see. How would you feel about Mikael Hardman?
I'd be fine with that. It depends on the
He
price, though. But the
he
other
does
thing
run
is, don't we have that kind of player already in the building?
with Turpin.
Yeah, like that's what I keep saying, man. We just never use them.
Do is the perfect wide receiver for Dak. Oh,
I think
DK is the perfect. Yeah, he
DK.
is. Yeah, he is. DK would be a perfect for. I think for any quarterback. Go get Ben DiNucci from the XFL. No, I'm done with the DiNucci, man. It wasn't all good with DiNucci. It wasn't Gucci with DiNucci. We need Buchel to run the Cowboys. Hmm? So, anyways, that's a lot, man. It's a lot, right? That's going to be transpiring. It was unique to see the Cowboys be very urgent and make these moves. We'll see how they handle the Zeke situation, the Tyron situation, and of course, we're going to see a lot of the news that's going to be breaking down. So, I think the NFL is going to just blow the all big. I mean, what is it? They're gonna just outshine every NBA, MLB, everything, right?
Yep, for
Elon
sure.
says, "Will would you all be mad if we drafted Jameer Gibbs
No, I would not be mad.
in the first round? I would be mad.
Yeah, I don't know about the first round.
I mean, but he ain't gonna let. I don't think he'll be there at 56. But you know, if you trade back and you're a second rounder, shoot, let's get him. I think with him, he runs a 4.3. What do you run? 4.39.
Yep.
I didn't know he was that electric with his speed. I mean, just thought he was a very smooth player. This wide receiver class is deep. You can easily find a starter in the third round this year. Yes, I believe the only exception that I think that we're all on board is if Jackson Smith and Jigba falls to 26. I think that's where you need to really think to yourself because
So
Jackson Smith and Jigba has that killer instinct in him. What's that?
so Gibbs actually ran a 4.36.
4.36. Damn. He's super smooth with his running. I didn't know he was electrifying speed like that. Steven waiting at the flea market to purchase free agent. I'll trade back
He's
in the
true.
second. It's
He's
better
true, bro.
talent in
It's
the
true.
second. Yeah, he is. Oh, no, we need to stop. We need to stop shopping there, man. I'll trade back in the second. It's better talent in the second. Kind of feels that way, right? It kind of feels that
It
way.
does, man. It does.
It feels like after what I think there's a consensus. Well, I think there's maybe for
I think
sure like
after the
about
20,
16.
like, yeah, like maybe the
I was gonna
18th
say
pick.
16 players that are true first rounders.
I don't know.
Some people say it's less.
It might be.
Some people say, oh, about 20 something are first rounders. So 26 is like the early second round. So
Why
it's
not
just
trade
weird
back
how,
and pick another third or fourth?
yeah, that would be smart. But the only thing is that Cowboys have done a phenomenal job with player development that come their year 3 4, it's very hard to get them under contracts because Cowboys have been tied to their cap for since like 1990, since the cap came into existence, right? For whatever reason, Cowboys just cannot get that under control because these stupid contracts they give. Ahmad, it's been a while. He goes, I mean, the Jones say we're gonna make a splash. We need a real number 2 D Hop and CD with Gallup is enough, and draft another wide receiver. Then add Bobby Wagner and a corner in the draft with our first pick. You see,
I agree. I
I
agree with
mean,
all that. I'd be okay with
I mean,
that.
I'd be
But
all right with it too.
I'm not giving up D Hop. I'm not giving up a second rounder for D Hop. They're saying a second and a fourth. I'm not doing that. Not doing it.
Okay, another Tolbert in round 3.
Oh my
he's
god.
responding to that comment that the wide receiver class depth is all the way to the third round. That's kind of what they said about Jalen Tolbert. I mean, he was supposed to be. I mean, he was a superstar when he was in college, but
I think it's the wrong system for him. I think this
yeah,
system, the West Coast offense, will be great for him.
I think he could be a beast. I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he looked like in college. Played. It's weird. You see him play, you would think he's 6'3". He's not 6'3". He's huge. He's a huge player. If we pass on him, Eagles will draft him, and we do not want that. No, we don't. And they had that luxury, right, Harvard, especially at pick 31, because they've already addressed whatever need they needed with what pick 10.
Yep. Cornerback.
Well, they're
Especially with
trying to trade
Bradbury
Darius Slay.
being the free agent, and then now it's Slate. That tells you, man, they're taking a corner at number 10.
Eagles
I mean,
have
what
no
if they
way.
take another corner at 31?
It's all possible. Anything is possible. But we've seen because are they going to be able to keep Chauncey Gardner Jr. Is it Chauncey Gardner Johnson?
Too
Did I
much.
say it right?
Yep.
They're not going to be able to keep him, right?
Mm-mm.
Most this is by I hate the NFL. Most NFL scouts said they only believe it's 15 and 16 first rounders this year. See what I
Yep.
was saying? Like from what I've seen, I mean, when you go down the list and you see, okay, these guys are all first rounders. I mean, it's kind of hard. So at 26, it is a second round. Javier D Hop is worth a second rounder. He's way worth it. But the thing, he's gonna be 31. I'm not.
31. He's 31, bro. Why can't I'd rather draft somebody at the second round and have him for another 4, maybe. Huh?
Ultra Cowboy. Tolbert will be passing out towels on the sideline. Jeez, Louise.
Hey, okay,
You
Ultra
bet- you
Cowboy.
better,
Remember,
you better eat crow. You better eat crow if he
remember
freaking goes crazy.
when this West Coast offense comes into play and he's catching them slants and taking them to the house. Remember what you said?
Buffalo or Chargers won't let him get past them. Okay, on which one though?
Gibbs.
Gibbs. They need. They the thing is they don't really need a running back, but they need a running back.
But are they
But
keeping Sanders? Sanders is a free agent.
what Sanders?
I thought he was the running back was a free agent.
You talking
Am I
about?
wrong?
Are you talking about the Chargers?
No, I'm talking about the Eagles.
Yeah, Miles Sanders, I believe he's a free agent. He is a free agent. But he says Buffalo or the Chargers won't let him get past them. So what I was trying to say was they do need a running back, but do they need Jameer Gibbs though? Maybe because he's more of a pass catching running back. I don't think he's a true. Well, I don't
No,
know, man. That's
we'll
what they said
see.
about Alvin Kamara, and Alvin Kamara has been freaking phenomenal. So if he can be or play at that level, maybe he could work out. But in that offensive scheme, do they really need or they're prioritizing running back, to be honest? Because they got Austin Eckler still, I think, locked up for a couple of years. I think Eagles might have a shot, and we got to be careful because yeah, we don't want them. I like Emmanuel Forbes.
So
I
do I.
believe I believe we talked with Walter Stringer, and just the way he explained his play. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at 26. I would not be mad at 26.
or
Everybody would be
Julius or
shocked
Ju- or Julius Prince.
at 26.
No, I'm just talking in general. Like them two remind me of each other.
Well, with Forbes, I like what the way Walter said it. He said it like in a sense where he could play everything off man, press, zone, and he says that usually corners are only used to one, one type of defense, and that defense ever changes up on them, they cannot make the transition. But he says Emmanuel Forbes has been exposed to all types, and he's very long and very instinctive. And I believe he set the record for pick sixes in the SEC this last season, which is a great thing. But the thing with him is, what would he weigh in 167? No,
Yeah,
165
165. Yeah,
at almost 6'2". That it's kind of light for the NFL. Man, I love Jalen Hyatt,
not a big
but at
fan.
what pick though, man? Not
I'm
at
not a big fan.
26.
I'm not a big fan.
He he's fast, but he looks a little stiff. I will
Yeah,
say
he
that.
does.
It's just what I see, just a little stiffness. Rather trade my second for Jerry Judy. Ooh.
That's now we're talking about second rounders. I would rather trade for Jerry Judy for a second. 100%.
The only question is, who do you keep, CD Lamb or Jerry Judy? So you're just
See,
basically renting
CD,
him.
yeah, you're just renting him.
Hoodlum's with me. Chargers got Kellen Moore. They're not drafting a running back. They don't run the ball. He wants to pass it. He goes, Javier, love the new cabinet behind you. It's not new. It's been
I
around,
think
man.
I think he's talking about the stuff in the back.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
I got my wife got me that Cowboys uh football
Football. CD
signed
Lamb.
by CD Lamb. Yeah, so and then you got your caps from True Brand, so appreciate it.
Tolbert only taking us jockstraps back to the house. I said it in the preseason. He does not have the cojones or confidence to play in the NFL. It's kind of hard, man. That offense, that offense that the Chargers play is or that the Chargers inherited or took over. You'll see it's very hard for any wide receiver to kind of pick it up. It's very option route. Well, how did Mike McCarthy say it was the most aggressive option route passing offense he's ever seen in the NFL? And that says a lot from Mike McCarthy, who's been in the NFL for a long time. Look at it. Jay Brents is a dog at 6 foot
He's a
4,
dog, man. He's a dog.
at six
That
four
dude is
two.
good. I'm telling you.
He ran. The thing is with him is he ran a 4.56, right?
No. Hold
Yeah, he
on.
did. I think he ran a 4.56 in the 40. I would love to
No.
see a pulling guard meeting anorexic Forbes. You're you're on a roll today. I agree. He could be the Woolen of this draft. He's talking about Jay Brents. Ultra
Yeah.
Cowboy, nah. Kellen's offense sins translates for Tolbert. He will shine this year for real, for real. That's what we're just trying to say. Tolbert, he was a superstar there in his college. I can see Bijan with the Bears, and it's bothering me because it's a good fit. That's from Hoodlum, dude. I think that instantly makes that offense just so much nicer. And man, Bijan has the most beautiful grace when he is running, like just it almost looks like he's gliding. So I could see that pairing could really help out. And then if you get those RPO going with Justin Fields, that's gonna be a scary offense right there right away. And then you got DJ Moore, who can you can sprinkle in like a Debo or our traditional wide receiver. Damn, Bears could be onto something, and they're gonna be one of them teams that we want to pay attention to. Did you figure it out?
I'm trying to find him.
Let's see here.
So he ran a.
Yeah, 4.53.
That's not bad.
Well, I mean, he is 6'4",
Yeah, that's not bad.
and they have Darnell Mooney. He says that too, right? So Bijan, DJ Moore, Justin Fields, and then Darnell Mooney. So are we waiting for Jerry to draft a Dijon Mustard before he lets Zeke go? It feels like that's kind of what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like they want to see if Dijon's just somehow falls to 26, and they're like, "Sorry, Zeke, you're a post June cut." You know, you
I
say
mean,
this.
they can always designate people for June 1st
That
post
is
cut,
true.
but yeah, that's kind of the feeling, man. See what happens in the draft, and then
It's still a ways till the draft, but coming up fast and I mean it is going to be around the corner, but coming fast and furious is the free agency, and we've seen the Cowboys don't really go hard in the first couple of days. They let everything kind of settle itself down, and they kind of pick and choose. I like some of the moves they have made. Ron Curse was one of those moves that they made 3 seasons ago, and it's
yep.
worked out. It's worked out phenomenally for the Cowboys. I think he's a true leader on defense and a playmaker.
I'm
We
not
need
gonna
to
lie, I actually like Dante Fowler too.
Dante Fowler is nice, and if you can keep him, you're just helping yourself out run that same defense. We need to draft the kicker. Why
what
don't
is what
it's
is
weird?
up?
It's weird, right? Because the Cowboys don't believe in drafting a defensive tackle, safety, or a kicker, which is weird.
My thing is, man, what's up with us and kickers? Like it's been a while since we had a good kicker, man. And then last year he was doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden he just somebody put the voodoo Mexican magic on him, man.
Le echaron ojo. That means voodoo magic. Dion Jones, Rione, his name is Dion, right?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
Dion, right?
Yes. I'm okay with that. I like that move.
He
I
played.
like Deion Jones, man.
He played when he was with when DQ was with the Falcons. He was a stud, man.
He
That could
can
work
still
out.
play. He can still play.
That could work out.
Look,
It could.
I'm okay with Bobby Wagner. I'm okay with Deion Jones. I don't know about OBJ, man. How much is he gonna want? That's my thing.
He's probably gonna want some good money.
Nah.
My question is, who's gonna give it to him? If nobody gives it to him, he'll probably take what he can get. You know what I mean? What is Amate? I think Maher, his girl was cooking chicken at home, but he wanted lamb chops. Jeez, you guys are funny.
Hoodlum, man.
Uh,
Uh,
but we will definitely be okay. So Harvey and I will be on East West football. You guys want to tune in? We're gonna be talking about all the breaking news around the
all
NFL.
NFL, yeah.
But Monday we will definitely be live. I believe.
Yep.
We will be live on Monday with you guys, and we're gonna see some of the moves. Hopefully, we'll see at least the Cowboys have done something to keep Dono, right? And that's the one big name that we want to keep, right? Is Dono, and for sure
Yep.
we want to see we try to keep LVE. But let's see, man. Let's see if it starts off slow. We understand, but there's always Cowboys news going around. That's the good thing about the Dallas Cowboys. Uh, what do you say? Rams release Floyd. Yeah, I think that's kind of what you were saying, right? That we're gonna see a bunch of names maybe coming out as cap casualties, is like what they like to say it. So we'll see. We'll see what's next. Ultra Cowboy, you're going to hold it live when Tolbert catches a TD.
Yes.
We usually go live, kickoff, and we eat crow post game too. So yes, we're gonna continue to do that. So make sure you help the channel grow, subscribe, right? Share it, tell other people who like football, who love the Cowboys, tell them about us, let them know. Help us get to 1,000 subscribes, man. We get to 1,000 subscribers, man. we will be live Monday through Thursday and twice on Sundays. We already said that. During football season, of course. Anything else, Harv?
That's all I got, man. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed. We'll see you on Monday.
Well, that's it for us, man. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, and let's help us get to 1,000. Cowboys need another player like JJ Wilcox. Remember him, man? That's
Yeah,
old
I
school
remember
right
him.
there.
That is old school.
That is old school. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. Enjoy your Saturdays. Be safe.